It's jelly bean fudge.
Let's see what's cooking. It's time for yoyomax12.
Hello everyone. First thing you're going to do is prepare your pan. You'll need a 9-inch baking pan. I'm using a springform pan, which is the easiest, but you can also use a regular cake tin. Line it with aluminum foil and then cover an empty vegetable can or soup can with aluminum foil. Spray both with a little bit of cooking spray or grease it with butter or shortening and set that aside. In a large bowl, place 11 ounces of white chocolate. I used a combination of white chocolate chips and white candy melts to get 11 ounces. Add to that 7 ounces of marshmallow cream or marshmallow fluff. That's the entire jar. Set that aside. In a large saucepan, place 2 cups of white granulated sugar, 3/4 of a cup of heavy whipping cream, and 3/4 of a cup of butter. Now you're going to bring this to a boil, stirring occasionally on medium-low heat. Once it starts to boil, set your timer for 4 minutes and cook it, stirring constantly. After the 4 minutes is up, take it off the heat and pour it on top of the marshmallows and the white chocolate. Now do not scrape the bottom of your pan because it's likely to have some brown bits there, and put that pan directly into a sink full of soapy water so that it's easy to clean up. Now give it a quick stir just to start melting those chips. And then you can continue to beat with an electric mixer. Beat it for about a minute until it's nice and smooth. And then I decided to pour it into my mold. And then after I poured it into the mold, I sprinkled it with the green sugar. And then I realized I forgot to put the jelly beans in there. It is jelly bean fudge after all. So I tried to save the day. I scraped off some of that green sugar. I put it back in the bowl, and then I added the 2 cups of jelly beans like I was supposed to have done before I put it in the mold. So mistakes happen when you cook and bake sometimes, but you just have to kind of work with what you have. So don't forget to fold in your jelly beans before you pour this into the mold, which I'm going to do now. Now this looks a little bit harder than it probably should have been because the fudge had started to set because I ended up pouring it twice. So pour your mixture into the mold. The can in the center may move around a little bit. It's not a big deal. What you do is just hold the can in the center, pour it around, and at the very end, recenter the can and just press down with a spatula just to get it nice and flat and to make sure everything is in place. Now, it won't be this hard. It should be a little bit more liquid when you do it because I ended up pouring it twice. So, ended up okay. In the mold it went. I sprinkled it with more green sugar, and then I decorated it using more jelly beans. And of course you can do this any way you want. You can decorate with whatever kind of candies that you'd like. And then you're going to put this in the refrigerator and allow it to chill for about 4 hours until it's set and chilled completely. Then remove the springform pan sides, peel off the aluminum foil. To remove the can, I just kind of gently twisted it back and forth and then lifted it out. It came out quite easily. If yours doesn't, just go around it with a butter knife around the edges and then pull it out gently. Now you can also fill in that center well with more jelly beans or whatever kind of candies that you would like. So here's the end result. I really like the way this turned out, even though the OCD part of me is freaking out a little bit because I didn't put the flowers evenly across the top of the fudge. Some of them are closer together than others, but when you cut a wedge out of it, it looks perfect, right? This fudge is delicious. It is fudge, however, so keep in mind that it's creamy and very, very sweet and needs to be served in little tiny pieces. The addition of the jelly beans in there gives it nice color and a lot of chewiness when you're eating it. Hope you give this one a try. I absolutely love making candy. It's one of my favorite things to do in the kitchen. And on my candy playlist, I have a whole bunch of different kinds of fudge. I have lollipops, gumdrops, homemade starburst candies, as well as peppermint patties and candied popcorn. Lots of fun things to find there. If you want to see this playlist, go ahead and click right on your screen or look for the description box below for the link. Or you can click on that little eye if you hover your cursor to the top right-hand corner of the screen. Bye-bye.